Some of the misconceptions that landlords can have, and I mean, in particular, these are the new landlords. One of the biggest misconceptions is that the tenants always ruin the house. Now, nothing is further than the case. All the years that we've been doing let-ins, we've never had an instance where a landlord has had his property back in anywhere less than the state he received his house. And it all comes down to finding the right tenant. The vast majority of tenants are good tenants. They treat the house with respect. They pay the rent on time. So that isn't really an issue in this day and age. Another misconception that some landlords can have is that they can have access to their property on 24 hours notice. We can put that into a tenancy agreement, but we still have to have the tenant's permission to go into their property, unless there's a gas leak or a water leak or some imminent danger to the structure of the property. You will always need the tenant's permission to go into that house. Now, generally, 99 times out of 100, a tenant will be fine and they will grant you that permission. If the tenant denies permission, then in the back of your mind you should be thinking that there's a problem and you need to get into that property. But the actual process, believe it or not, means going to court to get a court order to go into your own house. So again, this is why I say to you that finding the right tenant is more important than the speed of putting a tenant into a property. The phrase is along the lines of less haste and let's get the correct tenant in the first place. Another misconception is that it's very hard to get a tenant out of a house once they're in there. It's not hard, it's time consuming, it's a lengthy process. It can take, at a worst case scenario, probably about 6 months to get a non-paying or destructive tenant out of a house. So it's not hard, it's a very easy, simple, straightforward, documented process, but it is time consuming.
For more information, go to www.neathestateagent.co.uk.